Let's not do this breaking. Okay. Oh, we are live. Hey guys. Kind of got a rude kind of start there, but I'm sorry. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Balcony Sessions. We are on episode 38, and tonight we have Eddie Gumucio.
Yeah.
So glad to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Having you here tonight. So I'm going to start off with one question. We'll get into some music, but I want to remind you out there who are watching, if you have a question for Eddie, make sure to drop it down below, and we will make sure to ask him for you at
Do what?
later point in the episode.
No, it's all good.
Everything's good. Maybe. But well, let's get to it. So, Eddie, you have spent decades, 2 decades performing, and
You know, I was doing the math today.
mhm.
Actually, 30 years.
30 years. Oh my gosh.
1996.
Wow. Okay. Well, decades, 3 decades.
February.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
It is what it is.
That's what it is. Well, when people introduce you today, which role best describes you the most? The professor, the organizer, the educator, or something else entirely?
The singer, the songwriter,
The singer, the songwriter.
the man with kind of a plan.
I love it. And so you've been doing this for 3 decades, and what do you love most about music and playing?
Everything. It's like my world, really.
Yes.
Like music is always either on or being played, or it's kind of like a background, just like a soundtrack.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I have to have music because.
I mean, I'm good with silence too, but
Uh-huh.
sometimes it's like, yeah, too much music. But.
Soundtrack to your life. Well, let's get to your music right now.
All right. Well, I'd mentioned that I haven't played since May, and I don't know, summer, teacher on summer break, all that good stuff, and the bandmates kind of doing their own thing over the summer too, so that's why we haven't been. So I'm just gonna look down the list here and go with something. How about Hey You? We'll try that. thank you.
That's awesome. You said you haven't played in a while? Sounds like you play all the time.
Hell yeah.
I want to remind everybody out there again, if you have a question, make sure to drop it down below, if you're watching live, obviously. And we will get those answered towards the end of the segment. So I think it's like right before the speed round, where you get, the fun speed round questions. Okay, so my second question for you. So you've helped create a stage for so many other musicians through Queen City Shout. Has supporting other musicians changed the way you view your own career?
To change the way I view my own career.
Yeah, in music, obviously.
You know, maybe only in the way that like it, on a very practical, like it takes up a lot of time. So there are times where I think, oh, maybe you should be dedicating that time to your own goals and your own pursuits. But at the same time, it's like we're all in the same thing together. So it's really rewarding to give that platform to everybody. And every year when the festival rolls around, it's just like I always use food comparisons. It's like a buffet or a smorgasbord, because I don't get out as much as I used to when I was younger, but it's like the one time I can go and kind of see all the different acts.
Yeah.
Some new, some old, and so it's always fun.
That is, and didn't you say that's like the only time that you and your wife could go have fun and listen to all this music together?
Yeah, just like be a little carefree and be like, all right, let's go.
Yes. Oh, where did my questions go? They just disappeared. There we go. What have you learned about Springfield music community that someone from the outside might never see?
Well, I think it's a deep, deep well of arts. I feel like for the size of our city, there's a lot of art going on. I mean, in lots of different genres, not just music, but visual arts and cinematography. And I would say, the goal is always to try to get the word out more to the community, to the city. I would say the annual festival is probably 70% supported by fellow artists, which is great. Everyone's supporting one another. But it would be nice to kind of push that to more like a 50-50, where the greater part of the community is coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, it's not just the artists that know about it. It's other people that are not in the arts that are looking forward to it, to be exposed to how much art we have here in the city.
A lot of it's just like, you hear like weird conversations sometimes where people are like, yeah, I don't travel north of Sunshine. And I'm like,
what? You're getting no culture at all.
It's like downtown, C Street, it's like that's all Roundtree, it's like that's all past Sunshine, but
yeah. I mean, they're missing out on so much art and music and just everything.
Yeah.
For the people that don't go north of Sunshine, that is crazy. Do you think the great music scene are built more by great musicians or by people willing to build the community?
I don't know, kind of twofold maybe.
50-50 again?
Yeah, because I think a lot of the artists, are kind of those ambassadors. Not all of them, some just want to play and do their thing, but I know a lot of fellow artists that are involved in supporting the community. So I think that's what you're asking in terms of the question, like it's not...
Yeah, what is it, built by the musicians, or can it be built by, does it need to be built by more than just the musicians, or can the musicians build a great one by themselves?
I think it could be built without, but it definitely needs investment from the artist as well. But that already seems to be happening, so it's more like finding those folks that aren't,
Yeah.
that are like...
You need to get the passionate people in front of the people that are just undecided.
Yeah. Maybe this is a terrible analogy, but so in middle school, I was spoon-fed by Top 40 radio.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I kind of got into early high school where I was either being handed an album or I was going to the record store and I would take a chance on a record just because of the cover. I'm like, oh, this looks cool, or the name of the band.
Mm-hmm.
And my point in that is like just kind of stepping out into the unknown and just taking a chance versus just being spoon-fed and being like, oh, I'm comfortable here. You know, it's like, no, let's go out deeper and explore. And so I think me kind of speaking to that support from the community, it's like not just being like, oh, I'm looking for this particular thing, or I'm just open to this particular sound, or this, you know, it's kind of like have a broader kind of idea of that. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yes, it does make sense. And with, you know, how you do your Queen City Shout, wide variety of music. It's not just one genre. So many different ones. So, yeah, people need to pay attention to what is going on in the community. I mean, not just here, any local community. Because, yeah, there's so much out there. I will let you get back to your music.
Oh, good. Let's see here. You guys want something like upbeat or kind of more like doom and gloom? I'm good at that. Some doom and gloom.
So like Morrissey or The Cure.
All right, let's do a Capo 2 song. A little reminder. So there is a series here in town called Wild Bob's Musical Book Club.
Love it.
Yeah, and for a couple of years I was really involved, I guess during COVID, post-COVID. So a lot of songs came from that, which was nice to have that kind of pressure to write a song within like 30 days or something like that. And this is one that came from that, and the name of the song was actually the name of the book. It's like a graphic novel, Persepolis. Born with some faculties, muted, held down, pushed back, no, not free. So odd at how this all seems. Mother, Father, guide me through these dark seas. I'm feeling dead at 14. Oh no, you have no idea what I've seen. Move along now, nothing here for you. Misunderstood, used, play it out as you please. But I'm so angry, can't you see? Every single promise now, just a mystery. Look at you, so cowardly. Play the part and put the blame on the man in the street. Go and blame. Set out to this new world. Something so very strange. They identify me as third world.
beautiful lyrics. What was the name of the book?
Persepolis.
Please. I don't know if I've heard that book. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm gonna try some.
we're gonna.
Is that an extra speaker?
It is. Gets it out of the level of the microphones.
That works. So, after releasing 4 albums and 3 EPs, what still excites you about writing music to this day?
That's a tricky question. I haven't written in a while. But it's okay. I've always recognized in my career or in my life that it kind of ebbs and flows. So it kind of, usually when it comes all at once, and I'll knock out 4 or 5 songs in one get-go, and then there'll be a lull for a while. I know some artists, it's like, no, I write a song every day, and it's like, I don't know. Sometimes the guitar invites me. It's like, hey, pick me up kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What still excites me though? I think just overall storytelling, like trying to come up with something interesting. There was I'm gonna butcher it, but there was a news story the other day. I had never heard of this, about a bunch of refugee kiddos that had been transported from North Korea to South Korea, and it was like one last kind of push to get them out when the whole breakdown in the war was happening on the peninsula there. And it was something incredible, the amount of the numbers that they brought to South Korea. And I couldn't remember if it was like kiddos that had been displaced or if it was mostly orphan kiddos, but anyway, it was a story about this captain who had made the decision, instead of leaving them all there to starve or die, or maybe being put into work camps or something, that he was going to put them all on the ship and get them out to the south of Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I thought, man, that'd be a cool song. Just to write
Tell the
about.
story. Tell the story.
Tell the story.
Yeah.
Even the elements of like just imagining like a cargo ship full of kiddos and hitting the rough seas, and it's like just what that would have been like to just try to.
Wow.
Yeah, like it was a cargo ship, and they basically apparently dumped all the cargo, the big containers just overboard to make room for all these children. It's just, I don't know.
Wow. Is that a song in your set list here?
No.
No.
But,
I mean,
I don't know. I
it
just
sounds
thought-
beautiful. I mean, how did that? I'm sure lots of emotions came up during writing that.
A buddy of
song.
mine actually was teaching overseas, and I'm going to butcher it again. I think it's Busan, in South Korea. And I asked him, I'm like, did you ever hear this story? And he's like, no. He's like, I'm reading all about it now, because I shared the link with him.
Yeah.
And it made me think of him too, because he had spent a great deal of time there and talked highly of his experience in South Korea. So I was like, hey, you should check this out. And so I think he got excited just to kind of see some local regional history of the place where he spent a great deal of time teaching before he moved to the Middle East.
So he found out about it through your song.
No,
No.
just through the news article
through
that
news
I shared.
news,
But
okay.
yeah, no, I haven't written anything about it, but I just thought it would be. I know it's like a heavy topic.
Yeah, but that would be, I mean, just telling the story of something that you're not probably going to hear through your news channel.
I think that was it, which is the idea that it was like, so it wasn't like kind of on the surface kind of history. It was kind of like one of those more like deeper stories, and I thought, well, that's kind of cool. And also, I mean, just the overall theme of adversity, that's always intrigued me, pushing through and trying to find ways of getting over something, pushing through something. So
Yeah. So, is there a song you've written that means something completely different to you today than when you first recorded it?
So I've written a lot of love songs, and I wouldn't say that any of them historically are about someone specific, but going back to adversity or something, good and bad, that some of those situations inspired the song. And so, if you're thinking about, I don't know, like a muse or something like that, like the idea of that experience wasn't even so much about the person as it was the experience that you were both kind of going through at that time. Those have kind of, for good or bad, it's like I've played them out long enough that they've kind of taken on their own life for people, because they're like, oh, play that song Happy, and I'm like, okay, and it's not a happy song. You were mentioning the Smiths. So it's like chord wise, and the groove is happy, but lyrically it's like kind of, about self-reflection on your own faults and the faults of your partner at the time or whatever. But
I think a lot of people, I had this discussion, I think with my partner, that a lot of people don't really pay attention to the lyrics. They like the beat, and then they'll use it as their first dance song at their wedding when the song isn't really what they think it is.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind is that Every Breath You Take.
yeah, that one.
Sting always says that's people use it in their wedding. He's like, no, that's about obsession, and like that's not a love
that's
song.
not a love song. So I could understand. And I was like, okay, I'll play that, but that's not.
Yeah.
I'm not really. It's not happy. It makes them happy. It's kind of weird, but whatever works. Let's see. My third grade. How has touring changed your relationship with home?
Touring. Well.
Yeah, when you did tour.
When I did.
When you did.
There you go. Did. We haven't toured in a while.
Yeah.
The guys from My Chicks Cecile, it's kind of stereotypical, but like we all get together and just kind of tell war stories or whatever, like road stories, and so as far as how it's changed or whatever, I guess from when the original band was touring a lot, and then I met Mike Henderson and we toured as a duo around the Midwest, like Oklahoma and places like that. And then even with the full band, we actually got on a plane and went to New York, played in New York City and Brooklyn, and got up to Chicago and played a bunch. And so a lot of that was either during the band or post band. And so those experiences were a little different, but it's like life, everything is a different situation. Even if the same kind of idea on something comes up again, it's a totally different experience because of who you're with, or maybe you've got a newer van.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have a van. Maybe that time a guitar got stolen. Maybe the other time a guitar got run over. So I don't know. I think, I guess it just evolved.
Yeah.
When we were touring a lot, based on who I was with and what our goal was, just to get out and play more. I did a lot of solo stuff too, which was really weird. I think it was around the time that I just met my wife, and I was going out and playing some acoustic shows, like all the way up to like Omaha and Des Moines, Iowa, and places like that. And that was interesting. It was just because I wanted to do it, and but just literally being alone on the road, it was interesting.
What do you think? Do you believe that all musicians should tour?
Oh, absolutely.
And why so? And if they don't, what do you feel they're not going to learn?
Well, I think just kind of being where you're at, regardless of being in a big urban city or a small place, that's just what you're always going to know, you know. So even as an educator, you know, teaching Spanish to kids, like my challenge to them is like, get out of Springfield, get out of Missouri, get out of the United States, go do a study abroad program, immerse yourself in Spain, immerse yourself in Chile or Argentina or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's the same for touring. But I guess my story is a little different because I grew up in South America.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Kansas City, and then our family up and moved to Bolivia. So at an early age, I think I was just kind of exposed to like, oh, this is cool. And after college, I consciously saved money. I consciously planned I was going to go backpack Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And my two closest friends at the time, I remember saying like, I'm going with or without you guys. And so I ended up backpacking solo across Europe for almost a year.
Wow.
And, you know, I was only lonely for maybe 6 weeks out of that whole time. The other times when maybe I was alone, it was a conscious choice to want to be alone. But as far as experiencing loneliness, it was probably maybe 6 weeks out of the whole 9 months that I was there. Most of the time you'd meet people in like the youth hostels and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys would hit it off, so you'd like tour the city, or maybe you'd go to several cities together. And if it was someone where you didn't quite hit it off, it was like, hey, thanks for spending the day with me. See ya. But to the touring point, I mean, I think it's the same thing. It's like you go and you play different venues, you meet different fans. And a lot of times it's surprising. You end up in a place where you're like, no one's going to be here. And it's like packed wall to wall, like more so than even your hometown. And you're like, how'd this happen?
Why can't that happen at home?
Yeah. And I remember days like that when the band was touring, like this was even, you know, this was like AOL time. It was like dial-up. So we weren't doing a lot of like social media. You know, we would send CDs to the trade mags or whatever, or the newspaper, and we'd call the public radio or the college radio stations, but you know, the promotion was small, if at all. But for some reason, one reason or another, we'd run into someone like, yeah, I told all my friends, I heard blah 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 on the thing, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Wow. So you suggest that people go tour to have that experience of, you know,
I think traveling is just, you know, it's
traveling in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it just opens your mind to it makes you see how different the world is, but at the same time, how similar we all are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just kind of all wanting to just pursue happiness and enjoy life. I think we all have more similarities than we do differences, but media and whatever else tells us different. Like, no,
Yeah.
you should think this.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have a song? Anything about that?
I think I'll do Chicago Streets. This song was gifted to me by Lou Whitney. He's got a big catalog of songs. He has a publishing company. Did have a publishing company, and when I was recording some songs in his studio, he was like, Ed, I think this one's right up your alley. I think you should do this song. And so it's called Chicago Streets, and I spent about a year, just under a year, lived in Chicago, but I think the song really spoke to me because having lived there, anyway, a lot of the name dropping of the streets and things like that and the barrios kind of was like, oh yeah, I remember. So hopefully I remember the lyrics. We'll see. Blue notes blow through windy streets, and each sad stanza just repeats Chicago streets, sweet home Chicago streets, where the hawk rides on wings of sleet. The south side streets, yeah, the Muslim streets, the restless streets, apartheid streets.
gathering feet where the Zulus exile, the warriors meet on these big city streets. A summer heat steams up that street. The siren screams at the running feet. The big cop says, "Okay, which one of you kids speaks English?" Yo no sé, ni yo tampoco. I seen this guy, parece loco. We run down Clark Street, then off down that dark street. Qué lástima, pobrecita, son las cosas de la vida. On these Spanish streets, yeah, the old Catholic streets. She was on her way to a better day, stopping at bars along the way. He was there to collect the wages of sin, a satin dress that fit like skin, familiar smells of the cheap hotels. That old broad really straight to hell, threw a 20 on the dress up for a book embrace. A pawn shop 38 spit in his face. Bad streets. Now some bridges crossed, and some bridges burned, and some lessons taught, and some lessons learned on these big city streets. Yeah, the restless streets, where the saints and the sinners, they pause to meet, where the light and the darkness still compete on these old Catholic streets. 'Cause as it was, is, and shall be, oh glory, blessed the Trinity, forevermore, and no more again. Pero mia secula, seculorum, amen. You say you want a highway with no one on it. You say you'll give me a treasure just to look upon it. But all the promises that we made, from the cradle to the grave, when all I want is you. So she woke up from where she was, lying still, said, I gotta do something about where we're going. Step on a steam train, step out of the driving rain, baby, run from the darkness in the night, singing, ah la 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 today, ah la 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 today, ah la la today.
Well, you too,
Gracias.
well, you too tribute there, huh?
Yeah.
Love it. I love it. So, let the people out there know again that we see your questions and we are going to ask them for you towards the end of the segment. So that's exciting. Having questions from the audience?
We got questions?
Yeah, we got.
Exciting.
Yeah, I know. Let's see where I am. So you were talking about growing up in Bolivia. I can't even say the word. Bolivia.
Bolivia.
Yeah, Bolivia.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that is really, it's given you a different look on how life is between there and Missouri. Are there pieces of your upbringing that still find their way into your music today?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And how so? How does that work?
I think those closest to me kind of hear the. Back in the day with the original band, we used to call it a melting pot sound. So it's kind of like everything in the kitchen sink. Like growing up in South America, you had the top 40 radio. So I remember being in Bolivia, showing my age here, but this was like 79. And I remember hearing on the radio Loverboy, Working for the Weekend, Private Idaho by the B-52s, and Message in a Bottle by the Police. And I remember at a really young age, like my parents played a lot of like torch songs and a lot of AM radio kind of songwriters, ABBA, Neil Diamond, Tom Jones, Simon and Garfunkel, Roy Orbison, Elvis. And not that there was anything wrong with that, but like hearing those tracks that I just mentioned on the radio, I was like, whoa, what's this? You know, as a young kid. But then also we were listening like to merengue, cumbia, salsa, like a lot of the tropical sounds on the radio. And then of course the traditional Andean music from the highlands that dates back to, you know, the Inca and stuff. With the pan pipes and the flutes and the charango, the little mini guitar and stuff. And that for me as a kid, like hearing that was just very spiritual. It was just like, wow, this music, I mean, it really spoke to me in a strange kind of way, in a good way. So I think subconsciously that's kind of pushed the music. I don't hear it myself, but you know, people have said over time that, oh, you know, your original songs kind of have a world beat tinge to them, or you know, they're not just like straight pop rock. There's a certain rhythm or a certain groove to it, even in the kind of style that I strum. Because I'm not much of a lead player. I always kind of feel like a three-legged dog when I don't have a full band, because I'm just like, I'm not like John Mayer where I can be like, yeah, and sing at the same time. So, yeah, but I think rhythm-wise, it's just kind of inspired that.
Yeah, I could hear that. I can, yes. So, as both a musician and an educator, you've spent your career helping people connect. What's one lesson about communication that applies equally well in the classroom as well as on stage?
Could you repeat that question, please?
Yeah. Being both a musician and an educator, you've spent your career helping people connect. What's one lesson about communication that applies equally well in the classroom as it does on stage?
See, I just gave an example right there when I said, can you repeat the question? Listen. Listening. There's been a lot of facets of my life. Just kind of, I'm one of these folks that, for whatever reason, in a lot of ways, I've kind of had to learn things the hard way. And communication is definitely a lesson as far as listening and empathy and all those kind of things, you know. And not to get into my whole history and stuff, but I think kind of late in life realizing some things about just kind of how I am as a person and how my brain processes things, that was kind of an awakening to kind of be like, you know, cutting people off and saying stuff quickly, and you know, it's like, oh, that's not just because of this, that, or the other. There's like a reason for that. And so I think that discovery, you know, it wasn't so much as a way of like excusing things. It was more like, ah, okay, so that's how, that explains why you operate the way that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And just having that knowledge has helped late in life to just be more present and be a better listener and things like that. That's the hope, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's a communication lesson or not. I guess
It is, yes. And yeah, communicating your music from stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, I mean, to each their own, but you were talking earlier about how, you know, lyrics aren't that important, and I think...
They are very important.
Well, yeah, but again, I mean,
Yeah.
not good or bad, it's just everyone has a different experience where, like, they just want to hear the beat, you know, they
Yeah.
want to get out and dance, or they just want to groove, and, you know, maybe they just catch the chorus. But I guess being a songwriter myself, it's like the stories have always interested me from a communication standpoint. So I think that listening aspect, too, has always been there on the music side of stuff, where I'm always, like, the lyrics just...
Oh yeah,
I
I
can linger on lyrics for a long time.
Same. I'm a huge lyric person. I listen to lyrics all the time, and so when I have a friend just going with the music, and I'm like, do you really know what they're saying there? No, I don't.
Oh, I can dance to it.
Well, I'd love to hear another song.
All right. Well, we'll do this one. And I'm not going to say what I was going to say about it, because the guys in the band are like, dude, you're not selling the song when you say that. So we were talking about this one earlier. This one's called Happy. And listen to the lyrics. Maybe put a question on there. It's not really happy, dude.
Early morning pain, another past midnight, I can't get to bed. Early morning shame, well, I can't seem to get the sickness out of my head. It's kinda like when the girl is outside, he got the hawk, the wind got on the fire, when I'm looking on the clouds, is it in my head? Well, I don't know, she's not in my bed tonight. Do you wanna be happy, 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 happy? Happy, is that what you want? Happy, 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 happy. Happy, is that what you want? Well, I got paranoia late shows playing in my head again and again, again and again. And everything that I did in the past, it comes to haunt me when I got it so good. It's kinda like when the world is dark and many I've been on there searching for a man, so I know that heart is dark and out. Well, I don't know, my love, she's gone.
lovely song. I
Thank
can
you.
understand why the people wanted to hear it. Even though it wasn't supposed to be a happy song. Where's my... Okay.
Well, I always thought it was drug and alcohol depression.
So when people attend one of your performances, what do you hope they remember the next morning? Your performance. What do you
Joy.
hope? Joy. What do you,
Joy.
you want them to take away joy and still feel joy in the morning
Yeah.
from your yes.
Like waking up and being like, man, that was a great show.
Yes.
That song in particular, the one we just played, I know we were kind of joking about lyrically and stuff, but when the band gets behind that, like it is like a full-on wall of sound, rocking it out tune.
Yeah.
And, it drives me more to even like get behind the lyric and it just kind of takes you someplace else.
Yeah, having
As
a
a
full-
performer, it kind of does that. So I hope that translates to the listener, where they're like, wow.
Having a full band behind you, I'm sure, just makes you more. I could feel the feeling that you probably have, and I can't explain it. It just uplifts you. Just have so much more power behind your words, I'm sure.
Adam threw down some guitar back in the day with the old mind chick.
Oh yes, I remember. The man behind the camera, Adam.
Grass cannon
Yeah, I was an electric for a little while.
and electric. That's right.
Oh wow, all of them.
We
It's
shared the stage though with Grass Cannon.
Yeah.
And,
That's true.
yeah. Although not Fern.
No, I was gone by Fern
Yeah.
by then. Yeah.
Oh, if you could go back and watch your very first performance, what advice would you give the younger version of yourself?
Oh man, that's a great question. Get out of your head.
You think you were in your head a lot?
Well, performing has always come naturally to me, but at the same time, I've always had butterflies before I go on stage. And I've always said that when I no longer have that nervous energy, then it's time to hang it up. Because people are like, really? You still get scared or you get nervous when you go? I'm like, yeah. It's just part of the whole thing. But I think when I was younger, I was like way more just like, I remember playing shows. I mean, this won't translate to folks that have never been here, but like playing like at the juke joint, and like my chick Cecile would get done playing, and our guitar player and our drummer were like really kind of socialites, and they'd go out and interact with the fans and stuff. And I would just go to the green room and like hang out till everybody left. And looking back, I'm like, man, I probably came across as really arrogant or like conceited, but it's like, I just,
Your nerves.
yeah.
Oh,
Because it was just like, again, learning more about myself as I've aged. Like, I have a really hard time having conversations that are just like kind of on the surface. I always do better one-on-one. When I'm with a group of people, like in a social setting, it's just kind of like, I guess this does kind of sound arrogant, but I just know this about myself. It just feels like a waste of time. You know, feel like, hey, you know, how's your job, and and you're like, yeah, you don't really, like, you don't care, except you know.
Yeah.
And so, I guess the younger version of myself was always like, there was that fear of like going out there and someone being like, you guys sounded great, or you're so awesome, or you know, this, that, or the other, and it's just like, yeah, like, I don't know. So I think it was just kind of like, chill out, dude, like live in the moment, go out, be gracious, and be like, hey, thanks, you know, like actually recognize the fact that they enjoyed the show and stuff, versus living in your head like, oh, they're just saying that to say it, they don't really know, like just a lot
Just
of noise.
enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moment.
A lot of noise that I've had to learn to shut off over time.
Took years, but you're finally there.
I don't know about that, but
You're getting there.
it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. Looking back over the past 30 years, what's something you've learned about success that you couldn't have understood when you first started?
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah. And I don't know that you necessarily have to be successful for it to be fun, but you know, I think a lot of artists when they're younger, it's like that whole idea of, again, showing my age, but like, oh, getting on MTV and selling out stadiums, and like that's what it means to make it big. And it's,
And
like,
it's not.
and it's like, no, that's
Not
not
at all.
And I was glad that I learned that lesson like early on. Like after year 2 or year 3, it was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And we actually had a name for a lot of those bands. We called them haircut bands
Mhm.
because they were more concerned with how they looked and the fog machine and the lights and all that. And that's great, you know, I'm all about someone having nice production and having a good show, but it was like, what's behind that? You know, what are the, I'm a song guy, so it's like, okay, you got a great show here, you know, great fireworks, but where's the story? What are you trying to tell me here?
Mm-hmm.
So back to the question, it's like just, yeah, that it's fun, and that, you know, you're doing it for yourself, you know, you're doing it to have a good time. You're not doing it to be like, oh, if I get to this or if I get to that, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, success is that it looks different to everybody, I think. But
Yeah.
yeah, like you were saying, the younger generation, when they're younger, you think that this is what you need, a record deal, or well, nowadays you don't really need. I mean, more people know you don't need a record deal. So,
And I think also just finding your community over time, like finding your people, and you kind of, it's kind of like magnetism. Like you just find that collaborative part, and you start to push aside a lot of the egos and stuff. And now being my age and kind of running into some of the younger bands, it's like, it's just clear as day. Not all of them, but like when that shows up at my doorstep, like meaning right here, I'm just like, okay, I'm moving on. It's like, because I don't want to waste my time with that kind of, you know. And I don't know what I mean by that. I mean, it could be as simple as like someone being all like worked up about when they're going to go on, or the sound guy this, the sound guy that, or we need to have this for this, that, or the other, and it's just kind of, and you just want to be like,
just chill.
hello, how are you doing? My name's Eddie. Like, okay, it's like, you know, it's like, hi.
It's not that big of a deal. You need to calm down.
Come at me with all your needs.
Because it's going to come out in your performance too when you're all stressed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you have angry songs as your set, then maybe calm down. Totally understand that. Let's get to some of those questions, or question. What do we have before he gets to his next song?
Well, actually, Blaze wants to know what is the best tour food. I believe that's what he means.
Oh. What's the best tour food?
Tour, like if you're on tour, what are you eating?
A lot of pizza. I don't know, pub food, burgers and fries. Probably a lot of stuff that's not good for you. But you know, a lot of the places that we would play at were not just nightclubs; they were like establishments. So sometimes that was in the contract. We're like, yeah, you guys get 2 pizzas and a pitcher of beer. We're like, okay. And gas money.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, we got $50 to get to the next place.
Yay! We're fed. Anything else?
Before you got married versus after you got married, did you notice a distinct change in your songwriting? Or when did you notice a distinct change in your songwriting?
That's a good question.
Well, a former musician that was in the band early on, I don't know if it was because I presented, you know, I played 4 or 5 songs to him early on, and his challenge was, he's like, how about writing a song that's not about love? And I was like, okay. So then I came up with Insecto, and it was like a song about the day in the life of a bug. and it's carried on. It's a popular song that people like to hear, and it's like, but lyrically, like the story it's totally cheesy. It's like from the perspective of like, you know, watching this bug and imagining that this fly has some kind of a life of its own and it's watching you and stuff like that. But as far as how it's changed, I don't know that it's been a conscious effort. It's like, again, I just kind of find what inspires me. But I mentioned the book club kind of inspiring songs, but also it's more about external stories, maybe. So less, it's not like I'm not feeling it or it's not in my heart, but it's more like what's out there that I can, I mentioned that story about the kids on the ship to South Korea. It's like, oh, other stories, or like persepolis from the perspective of this person that has to leave their third world country because there's a revolution happening and they go to find a new place, but they're met with the same kind of, like, oh, you're not from here kind of thing. And so then that resonated with, my own life, because going to South America, I was too American, wasn't Bolivian enough. And then when I came back early on, in a lot of ways, I wasn't American enough. I was like Bolivian. It's like, where are you from? I'm like, Kansas City. No, but I mean, like, where are you from?
Oh, yeah, that question.
And I'm like, Kansas City. No, I know, but like, And I'm like, no, I don't know.
Get your hearing checked. I do not have an accent.
So, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's changed from the idea of kind of letting a lot of the personal, emotional stuff kind of sit over here and not always having it be there, looking at other ways of writing songs.
That's a good question, whoever asked that. Thank you. Well, let's get back to your music.
All right, well, I think I'll do Insecto.
Yeah! That is a fun song. I like it. I like how you just come up with stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to do the speed round. This is quick answers, so whatever comes to mind first. Coffee before a show or after?
Morning.
Morning? Not even.
I can't do caffeine at night. No
You're like, I want to go to bed after the show.
Yeah. So I guess before. Way before.
Way before. Favorite place you've ever toured?
New York City. That was fun. A really good time.
One artist you'd love to share a stage with.
What artist?
Yeah, one artist.
Oh. Those that know me probably would be like U2, but I think Elbow.
Oh, wow.
Elbow's a band out of Manchester, England that I really, really like.
Okay.
Yeah, Elbow.
I'll have to look that up. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Yeah.
Favorite food from Bulgaria. Bulgaria. Oh, I don't know why I can't say that word.
Bolivia?
Bolivia. Yeah.
Bulgaria.
I don't know why. I'm like, my brain is not connecting. Bolivia food. What kind?
Salteñas. Just because you can have them anytime.
What was it?
Salteñas. They're like a meat pie.
Okay.
So kind of like a shepherd's pie, but instead of being like that, they're in
Yeah.
the shape of a football, kind of like an empanada.
Yeah.
But they're not deep fried, they're baked. And instead of being mushy on the inside, you got to be careful. You got to eat it from the top because it's kind of got a stew in there. So
Yeah.
if you eat it like this, that hot liquid could burn you. So there's a way to eat it. But it's like a mid-morning, mid-afternoon, get you over the hump between breakfast and lunch or between lunch and dinner.
Mm.
So you go out in the streets, everyone sells salteñas. They're amazing.
Okay. Well, if
Chicken
I ever
beef,
travel
pork.
there, I will have to remember. What's always in your travel bag?
Capo?
You can't have your songs without them, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Always have to have a capo. One word that describes your musical journey.
It's a musical journey. One word that describes my musical journey.
Yeah.
It's 2 words. Good times.
Good times. Times.
Times.
Good.
GT.
There we go.
Down with the GT.
It's awesome. Awesome. I did have a couple more questions before we wrap up. Usually the bonus questions, but they're so good. I want to know. Is there an artist who took a chance on you early in your career, and how has that influenced the way you encourage others today?
Oh, Kip Traub from My Blue Life, without a doubt. Because early on, we were in Springfield fighting for a gig, and we reached out to all the bands that were in the know at the time. And, they were all kind, but it was like, yeah, can you send me a demo? Or it was like, we don't really have opening bands. We kind of just do our own show and, things like that. So we hit a lot of doors. And then I reached out to My Blue Life, and his first answer was, well, we have a show this weekend, and then we're traveling to Texas. So hit me up after that, and we'll definitely look at getting you on the show. And I don't know what it was about the conversation. It was on the phone, and we were talking. And then he was like, you know what? What are you guys doing this weekend? And I was like, nothing. He's like, why don't you guys show up at the Regency, and you guys can open up for Solid Jones. So it was like My Blue Life, Solid Jones, and us. And that was our kind of door in.
Wow.
And so we did a lot of shows playing with them. And I remember, like it was yesterday, our audience had kind of built up. It was maybe a year or two after playing at the Regency. We opened for My Blue Life, and he came up to me after the show, and he's like, Eddie, this crowd was here for you. He's like, you don't need to be opening up for us anymore. And he's like, this was your show.
Wow.
And so I guess he talked to the people that booked it and stuff, and they started giving us our own night and stuff. So.
Wow. So how does that get you encourage others today?
Just
because
the graciousness and the
Yeah.
kindness, like someone just taking the time. I like to feel that I've done that a lot with a lot of songwriters and a lot of bands, especially like with the festival.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Someone reaching out and being like, hey, and it's not like we just take everything, but especially with a lot of the new bands, I'll be like, yeah, I'll listen to your demo, I'll check it out. and a lot of them have never even played live before, so it's like a huge deal for them to be like, oh my gosh, I'm actually going to be playing live. And I'm like, do you have enough for an hour? No, but I can come up with something. Okay.
I'll make it work. Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. If Queen City Shout could be remembered for one lasting impact 20 years from now, what would you hope it is?
I mean, I think the kind of mantra or the slogan of the festival says it all, like celebrate the arts, support poverty relief.
Mm-hmm.
So I think long term, looking back, the hope would be that it
Does
grew
exactly.
and it did exactly what it was intended to do, helping a lot of our brothers and sisters in the community.
That's wonderful. What's a lesson you've learned from your students that unexpectedly made you a better musician?
That made me a better musician. I think just learning not to take things so seriously. I think my students have definitely taught me that, being in the classroom. The joke always was early on, it's like, don't smile till after Christmas.
What?
And because in that way they know, they get intimidated by you and they're scared, and then don't show your real self till later on. And early on, I was like, from a classroom management standpoint,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
But then I was like, what? No. It's like, get to know your students, be yourself, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you need to have a line in the sand. But there was a kiddo last year that came up to me, and they were like, how do you do it? And I was like, what? How do I do what? And they're like, how do you do it? Like, you're like old. And I'm like, okay,
Thanks.
thank you. And they're like, but you have, like, you're young. Like, you have this energy about you. She's like, most adults are just like boring and dull, and you just got this energy that you bring. And I was like, well, thanks. Like, I don't feel that way, but I'm like, thanks. And
Yeah.
so it was just, the point was, it's just like the recognition of, like, hopefully that translates, that I've learned that over time with the kiddos, that it's like, you gotta just relax, be yourself, and you gotta make it fun for the kids, or if not, they're just gonna fall asleep and be like,
Not
so,
taking it too seriously.
not taking it too seriously
Yeah.
with the music or in the classroom. Just, again, you gotta have a line in the sand about what you're gonna accept and what you're not gonna accept, but you don't wanna be stoic and you don't wanna be like intense and angry.
Do you ever go back home to play music? Well, back where, Bulgaria?
To Bolivia?
I keep saying Bulgaria, whatever. Bolivia. You go visit Bulgaria, damn
I
it.
actually would love to go
Okay.
play Bulgaria
Okay,
sometime.
but
That would be
Bolivia.
awesome.
Bolivia. I don't know why that keeps going in my head.
No, I have not. I've never played Bolivia. I think the closest I ever came to playing Bolivia was playing guitar at a family reunion from the Bolivian side of the family, at a family reunion in Utah.
Yeah.
And so the extended family knew about my music career, and two of my cousins' kiddos, would that be my second cousins or whatever, they grew up listening to the My Chick Cecile record, and they knew a lot of the songs, like all the lyrics.
Wow.
And so when I went to the family reunion, they're like, hey, can you? So anyway, I got to play some of the songs for them, and that was kind of like a coming home moment. It's like that the family was like into the songs, but not really
Special.
playing Bolivia, but kind of.
It's nice.
Yeah, that is nice. Well, you've spent years bringing people together through music. Before we wrap up tonight, what's one hope you have for the future of independent music? Not just like in Springfield, but wherever people are creating and sharing their art.
I think I go back to that whole Jean Shack story. I don't know that I mentioned it by name, but that's where we would go when we were young.
Mm-hmm.
It was over there by Parkview, and this place, all they sold was used jeans, cassette tapes, and CDs. And we would go there for the music. And they had two little CD players with headphones or cassette players, and you could listen to the music. And that's where we would go to like, oh, this looks like a cool album, The Young Fresh Fellows. And it's a painting of like all these dogs swimming in the ocean. It's like, wow. I didn't know anything about it. And you buy it and you're like, wow, it was actually really good. So I think it kind of translates to that. My hope for independent music is that people kind of just get out of their comfort zone and explore it and give it a chance, especially with Queen City Shout and otherwise. It's like live music. You know, you can only watch so many live concerts or so many live comedy shows on streaming services or this, that, or the other before it's like, no, go laugh with the community of people, you know.
Be in the atmosphere.
Yeah, be in the atmosphere. You know, it's...
That's so important.
Yeah.
It's the vibration too.
The vibration. And you can't put it into words. It's a different experience for everybody, but it's just totally different. So, yeah, that's my hope, is that people continue to support it and get out there.
Yes. I agree with that statement. Well, thank you again for being on the balcony.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Always love your music. Where can people find you next to perform?
We don't actually have a show again till I believe it's early October at Holdfast.
Okay.
And then in November we'll be at Tie and Timber. So just
follow your page.
Follow the page. Well, eddieGumucio.com takes you to my Bandcamp page, but all the socials, Spotify, Apple Music, there's stuff on there. But
is it just under your name or?
Eddie Gumucio.
For those who can't spell that,
Gumucio. It's a soft C like mice. It's not Gumucio or Gumucio or Gumshoe.
Or just copy and paste it from this, because it's like all over it says. Just copy and paste it. Well, again, I really appreciate you being on the balcony, and you're going to have Queen City Shout next year as well in March.
In March, it'll be the first week of spring.
Yes, so make sure to keep an eye out for that on your Queen City Shout page, right?
Yes.
Well, I will let you play us out. Thank you again. Until later, guys. We'll be here next week with, I can't even remember right now. But yeah, just keep an eye on our page to...
Simon?
No, we already got Simon.
Simon LeBon?
I think we have Brian Copeland.
Yes, it is Brian Copeland
next week.
Nice.
So, just keep an eye on our page to find out all the upcoming musicians. I don't even think I have them all listed, but we have a whole bunch coming up. But until next time, guys, make sure to stay safe and come join us out on the scene.
Flawless life. the boss of love. Tonight I stare the ceiling down. And as we walk so shutting me, the sirens are gathering up the sea. Waves will drown me down and sing me deep away. Stars out of the windows for me tonight. In your perfect glorious light. Stars out, burn out all of my regrets tonight. In your perfect glorious light. Yeah, your perfect glorious light.
I was totally playing that lead in my head.